Imagine enduring the toughest interview of your life.
You're very clever and you're good with your answers, but who are you?
Could you handle the pressure?
Sorry.
How well prepared were you with that?
My brain didn't function.
Could you hold your nerve?
Sorry, I've gone blank.
How do you think that you're impressing us?
If your dream job was there for the taking, how well could you sell yourself?
You're speechless, absolutely nerve-wracking.
They're a hard panel, man.
That was a pretty gruelling session.
Meet two of the country's toughest recruiters. Rod Cornwall's an expert in human behaviour and body language.
My job is to get behind the interview mask and reveal the real person.
And this is Sam Landers, a tough professional recruitment specialist.
This is not a popularity contest, this is business.
They are brought in by employers to separate the strong from the weak.
I thought she was incoherent most of the time, she lacked sincerity, I wasn't impressed.
Very little preparation, if any. He really didn't want to be here, in my opinion.
This week, they are making a key appointment for Strada, a fast-growing chain of upmarket modern Italian restaurants. Training manager Tim Warner needs a dynamic manager to head up one of their flagship London branches.
It's important to me that they have a certain amount of drive and energy and passion for what they do. I want to be self-motivated and confident, so I'm really determined to make sure I get the right person for this position.
After sifting through hundreds of CVs, the experts have selected these 5 candidates. After 3 days of tests and interrogation, one of them will walk away with their dream job. Their first challenge is to deliver a 60-second pitch, selling themselves to a panel they've never met. It's crucial to make a good first impression, as most interviews are won or lost in these opening moments.
I'm looking for somebody who's going to walk in and immediately capture our attention. Somebody who's passionate, somebody who's going to show us they can think on their feet quickly.
Somebody who's quite confident and somebody who has a very strong communication style.
At the end of this round, the candidate who is least impressed will be sent packing. At 25, James is the youngest candidate, but he's already got management experience under his belt and is ready for a new challenge.
I think I'm the right candidate because I've got youth on my side. I've got 8 years' experience in the trade, and well, hopefully my personality will shine, and that hopefully could be good enough to get the job.
James has only 60 seconds to get all of his experience across to the panel.
Hopefully I'll say the right things. I do tend to waffle. I just have to go for it.
Give me your 60-second pitch.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is James Alcock. I'm 25. I'm from Reading. I've been in the trade in the hospitality trade now for 8 years. I've been working for the same company for 5 to 6 years. I really enjoy the trade. Basically, I've been in this company for too long now. I need to move on. I've also worked for the hotel industry for a couple of years where I first started out. Both my parents are in the industry. They're general managers of hotels. They've been in all their lives. So I want to further myself and basically just want the opportunity to work with you guys. And
So we just stop there, James. That's 2 minutes now.
yeah.
I could have let you ramble on all day, couldn't I?
Yeah, sorry, I was...
That rambling on, what does that suggest to us as a panel?
It suggests that maybe I can't cope under pressure.
So?
But I feel that I can.
If I asked your boss one thing that he would change about you, what would he change about you?
Probably maybe my vocabulary.
So you're not articulate?
Sorry?
You're not articulate?
No, I'm not.
You can go, James, thanks.
I'm definitely out of here. That was I can't swear on telly, can I? Gutted.
Very little preparation, if any. Wasn't clear, wasn't concise, wasn't to the point. He really didn't want to be here, in my opinion. He was shuffling around a lot, rocking back and forth, lots and lots of fidgeting. Very, very uncomfortable indeed.
There was no conviction behind anything that he had to say. He just didn't really instill any confidence in himself that he'd be the right person that I would trust in a restaurant that was full of guests, full of staff that all need managing.
I came across as somebody who was stiff. I came across as unconfident. Gutted.
Next up is Diana. After 15 years of running a restaurant in Nigeria, she's back in London and looking for a job with long-term prospects.
Well, first and foremost, I need a job. I have a part-time job right now, and I have 2 children to support. That's my priority. In my 60-second pitch, I will basically put across my knowledge, my experience, and my personality. Good evening. I'm Diana Johnson. I was working in West Africa for 15 years, running a restaurant and a jazz bar. I was working in an environment where we had a very poor infrastructure, so you never knew what to expect. Sometimes there'd be no diesel, sometimes there'd be no phones working. I think that the experience I had there has maybe availed me with the ability to cope with anything, any situation I'm put into, and to cope calmly, usually calmly anyway.
Okay. Where are you going to be in 5 years? What do you want to do?
That's why I was interested in Strada. I need to be in a company that I feel I can grow with, stay with. I don't hop around.
Okay, thank you.
Once I started and I was on the roll, it was great. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
I liked her a lot. She came across as very sincere, very genuine, very honest. So I can imagine her being very good with guests and dealing with people, and very diplomatic.
I wasn't impressed as you were. Strength of character, not sure. Strong manager, not convinced.
Still to come, 3 more candidates have to survive the pressure of the 60-second pitch, and the panel are just getting into their stride.
I can't see how you would cope in a very pressurised situation.
Why should we pick you as opposed to the others?